So in this video, I am going to discuss about the components of Arduino Uno board. So there are several open source platforms for developing electronics projects. So among them, the Arduino is one of such platforms. It is specifically designed for creating and developing several electronic projects. So this is because the Arduino is different from other programmable circuit boards developed in the past. So unlike those boards, Arduino requires no programmer to load a new code. All just need to use a cable. If it is we have USB cable, then we can directly connect this UNI board with the CPU. We can directly download the programs. So that is why so all the students and other they can easily use this Arduino board. So in this lecture we will learn about the different components on the Arduino UNI board. It is very user friendly board for beginners and it helps them build their electronic projects with much easily. So due to the features of this board, it is most popular of all the Arduino boards. So there are different versions, different boards are there. Among this Arduino Uno board is normally mostly used one. And here the Arduino Uno, that means Uno means one in Italian. It was named as to label the first release of this Arduino software. So that is why it is called as Arduino Uno board. So in this totally seven major components are there. So first one is microcontrollers and communication interface, digital pins, analog pins, power pins and other pins, finally crystal oscillators. So these are the major components normally used in this Arduino Uno board. So let us discuss each component in detail. So it is starts from Atmeha 328 microcontroller. If we go by anti-clockwise, so from Atmeha 328 controller, next one is ICSP pin, power LED indicator, then digital IO pins, then transmitter receiver LEDs, then A reference, then reset button, USB interface, crystal oscillator. Next one is voltage regulator, then power button, then comes to these are the analog pins. So like this we can discuss one by one. So first one is microcontroller. Here Atmeha 328 microcontroller is normally used because it is a single chip microcontroller from Atmel family and it is an 8-bit controller. So it combines memory, that is SRAM, EPRAM and flash, and also inbuilt ADC, SPI serial ports and input output lines, registers, timer and external internal interrupts and oscillators. So that is why they are most preferably they are using Atmeha 328 microcontroller. Next one is ICSP pin, that is in circuit serial programming pin, allows the user to program using the firmware of the Arduino board. And one is next one is power LED indicator. The on status of this LED shows the power is on, that is activated. When the power is off, then this LED is not light up. Next one is digital input output pins. So the digital pins have the value either high or low. So here the pins are numbered from D0 to D13. So are the these are the digital pins. So the next one is transmit and receive LEDs. So the successful flow of the data is normally represented by lighting of these LEDs. If the data is received means then this received corresponding received LED is on. Similarly, if you transmit the data from this board, then transmit the LED is well on. The next one is A reference, that means analog reference. So The analog reference pin is used to feed a reference voltage to the Arduino board from the external power supply. The next one is reset button. So normally it is used to add reset button to the connection. So this pin is used to reset the state of microcontroller by setting all the values to their default values. That is the main purpose of this reset button. Next one is USB. It allows the board to connect to the computer. So it is essential for the programming of Arduino board. Okay, so any board, this one is very 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 important one. The next one is oscillator, that is crystal oscillator. So the crystal oscillator has a frequency of 16 megahertz, so which makes this Arduino board is most powerful one when compared to other board. Next one is voltage regulator. So here the voltage regulator, it converts the input voltage to 5 volt. It is a required power, that is voltage for this board. Next one is GNT, that is ground pin. Then Vin means that is input voltage. Okay, next one is analog pins. So analog pins here the numbered from A0 to A5. So totally 6 analog pins are available. So the function of this analog pins is to read the analog sensor used in the connections. It can also act as a GPIO, that is general purpose input output pins. So these are the main components of Arduino Uno.